Good day, flight followers. Today we are on Delta flight number 4318, operated as a Delta connection flight by SkyWest Airlines.
The airport in St. George is in the southwest corner of the state of Utah and is about 180 kilometers from Las Vegas, Nevada, 260 kilometers from Flagstaff, Arizona.
Today's flight is one of around 30 to Salt Lake City, operated on a weekly basis. The other top destinations are Phoenix, Arizona, Denver, Colorado, and Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas. As you can probably see, the airport is off the beaten path and doesn't get all that busy. According to the airport's website, arriving about 1 hour prior to the scheduled flight takeoff time is sufficient.
St. George Regional Airport opened its doors on January 13th, 2011 and is served by SkyWest Airlines under the American Airlines, Delta Airlines, and United Airlines names. After walking through the main entrance, to your right are the ticket counters for Delta, American, and United. Straight ahead is the TSA security line, and to the left is baggage claim. If your final destinations often include large international airline hubs or bases, you will probably be taken a bit aback when reaching the baggage claim at St. George. As opposed to a maze of different carousels and belts, you will find a very short belt to pick up your bag upon arrival. After turning around and making my way to the TSA checkpoint, I spotted a sign in the distance that piqued my interest. After walking past the water feature headed towards those beige chairs, on the left is an elevator that takes you up to the second floor where there's a viewing area. If you made it to the airport earlier than expected and prefer a more private area to wait, I recommend checking out the observation deck as there were very few people there when I was. After walking through security, the first open area provides several tables with chairs in front of several large windows at tarmac level. Because of the size of this regional airport, don't expect any local eateries or fast food chains offering food services. Here's the waiting area for gates 1, 2, and 3. The boarding process was typical for your average airport, as we used the jet bridge today as our gateway from SGU to the CRJ 200 long range. This aircraft is not the most spacious for taller individuals such as myself, but for a 1 hour flight, I'll manage. One other thing to note about this aircraft is if you are tall, you might get a bit of a strain in your neck from looking out the window throughout the flight. It's a little low. I couldn't help but notice the cheerful attitudes of the ground crew and wanted to give them a wave just to show my appreciation. Thanks for all you do. Delta 4318 was scheduled for 1 hour and 9 minutes from takeoff to touchdown. We took off from runway 19 and headed south, briefly entering the state of Arizona before making a 180-degree turn back into Utah. We flew over Dixie National Forest in the St. George area and closely followed Interstate 15 north before making a final 180-degree turn to line up and land on runway 16 right at Salt Lake City International. We were offered a variety of drinks and a choice between pretzels or cookies during the short flight. Overall, I had quite a good experience. SGU Airport was better than expected, given the volume the airport sees, but I was pleasantly surprised to see the amount of people who were using the airport on a weekday. The state of Utah has a lot of beautiful landscapes to admire. If planning a trip to Utah, rather than making Salt Lake City your final destination, consider flying into a smaller regional airport such as SGU to get a closer look at the scenery. I find these smaller airports are staffed by people who better represent the local culture as compared to a larger airport, and thus give you a more unique and genuine experience of the area. I hope I kept your attention throughout the video. As you watch the final approach into Salt Lake City, enjoy the view during this early evening approach over the Farmington Bay.